If you are a man over 50 and you feel invisible to women, I want you to pause for a moment, because what I'm about to tell you might completely change the way you see your dating life. You are not invisible. You are misreading the room. As a psychologist and as a woman, I can tell you something most men never hear. Mature women do not flirt the way they did at 25. They do not compete for attention. They do not perform desire, and they do not chase. At this stage of life, attraction becomes quieter, more selective, more psychological, more about safety than spark. And if you don't understand this shift, you will miss opportunities that were quietly placed in front of you. Welcome to Deep Dive Psychology. Today, we are breaking down the two subtle emotional tests women use to decide whether an older man is safe to invest in. Not safe physically, emotionally safe. Because for women over 40, safety is seductive. Let me describe something that has probably already happened to you. You're sitting across from a woman, coffee, dinner, maybe just a conversation after an event. The atmosphere feels neutral, pleasant. Then she pauses, holds your gaze a second longer than necessary, and asks something simple. Do you ever get lonely living alone? Or, what does a typical Sunday look like for you? Most men answer factually. They list hobbies, they mention routines, they joke about enjoying their independence. And in that moment, something closes. You think the conversation is continuing, but internally, she just gathered data. Because she wasn't asking about your schedule. She was asking about your emotional accessibility. When women privately talk about a man they're considering, we rarely start with his looks. We ask, is he emotionally available or completely settled into his own world? By 50, your life looks established, your habits look permanent, your independence looks comfortable, and many women are afraid of stepping into a life where there is no space for them to matter. So instead of directly asking, do you have room for me? We test it. The first question always circles around solitude. Do you enjoy being alone? Do you ever miss having someone around? Listen carefully. This is not about whether you are lonely. This is about whether your independence has become emotional isolation. If you respond defensively or dismiss the question with humor, she interprets that as a closed door. But when you respond with grounded openness, something shifts. For example, I value my independence, but I would absolutely make space for the right person. That communicates strength without rigidity, and that combination is incredibly attractive because psychologically speaking, secure attachment signals calm nervous systems, and calm nervous systems create trust. If you pass the first test, she will move to the second. So, what are you actually looking for at this stage of your life? This question makes many men uncomfortable. Some try to sound detached, others overshare their emotional wounds. Both responses reveal instability. What women are searching for here is clarity, not intensity, not drama, clarity. Men who feel anchored in their identity. Men who understand their own emotional landscape. As depth psychology reminds us, the more integrated a man is within himself, the less chaotic his relationships become. This idea traces back to thinkers like Carl Jung, who emphasized emotional integration as a marker of maturity. When you answer with something simple and steady, I'm looking for something meaningful and peaceful, a connection that adds to both our lives. You signal emotional alignment. That is magnetic at this stage of life. Why you feel invisible. Here is the truth most men do not realize. Women are watching, but they are watching quietly. They are not evaluating your charm. They are evaluating your emotional architecture. If you appear closed, rigid, directionless, or defensive, They withdraw, not because you are unattractive, but because investing emotional energy at this stage feels risky, and mature women protect their peace fiercely. The psychological reality of attraction. After 50, attraction does not disappear with age. It evolves. It shifts from excitement to safety, from performance to presence, from chemistry to emotional steadiness. Your calm confidence is more powerful now than it was at 30. Your clarity is more seductive than charm, but only if you communicate it. The next time a woman asks about your solitude or your direction, pause. Do not answer automatically. Recognize the deeper question beneath her words. She is asking, is there space for me? Is this man emotionally integrated? Is stepping closer to him wise? When you answer from grounded self-awareness, you stop feeling invisible. You become intentional, and intentional men are never overlooked. If you want to understand the deeper psychological dynamics shaping mature relationships, subscribe to Deep Dive Psychology. Because once you understand the hidden language of emotional safety, you will never misread attraction again. I'll see you in the next deep dive.